Welcome back. Today we're going to make something called a Dutch baby or a Dutch baby pancake. And it's essentially kind of a mix between a crepe and a pancake and I don't know, maybe like a turnover or something. And what I like about it is that you can make it either sweet or savory. It goes well with maybe some lemon and sugar, which is how we're going to make it. And it also goes well with, say, ham and cheese, which is also how we're going to make it. We're going to have a two for today. We're going to make it two ways just to show you the possibilities. So today we have a special guest. We have Big Bertha here, the big cast iron pan, making a first appearance. But she'll be back later. She has to go in the oven. I have the oven set at 415. I do it between 415 and 420. It's fine. And the ingredients are simple, and they're the same ingredients as the crepes, but it's just a little bit of a different ratio. So let's make the batter. Now, before we make the batter, one thing to keep in mind is that you have to have things at room temperature, because the egg is what gives the rise. And if the eggs or the milk or everything is too cold, you're just gonna get basically a really thick crepe. So take the eggs out beforehand. If you're gonna make this in the morning, just put them out the night before. They'll be fine. The milk, pop it in the microwave for about 30 seconds, it'll be fine. And if you're like me and you keep your flour in the freezer, just because I don't use that much flour, so I just keep it in the freezer so it lasts a little longer. I just take it out a little bit beforehand, or take out what I need, and I just let it sit out to come up to room temperature. So once you've got everything room temperature ready to go, let's go ahead and make the batter. Very simple. Just half a cup, for the way I make it anyways. There's other recipes, but half a cup of flour, half a cup of milk, two eggs, or three. I've seen a lot of recipes that use 3 eggs. You can certainly use 3. I use 2 just because it uses less eggs. And this is, after all, good food for cheap. And 2 eggs, certainly cheaper than 3 eggs. But 3 eggs will work just as well. We're also going to put just a pinch of salt. Now, if you're only making a sweet version, you could certainly put some sugar in there. I'm not going to, because I'm going to make a half and half. I'm just going to use a electric beater here to whip this up. All right, so that's it for the batter. Simple as that. Now, I've had the oven preheating and I've had the pan in there. You have to have the pan as hot as the oven. Give it some time. Give it time to get as hot as the oven. Don't just put it in there for a few minutes, because the inside of the inside metal of the pan will still be cold, and this has to be a hot pan. So once you think the pan is ready, we're going to use some butter in the pan. We're going to just drop it right into the pan. Between 2 and 3 tablespoons. I usually just use 2. 3 will work. I see a lot of recipes with 3, but I just do 2. I think 2 tablespoons works just fine, actually. And now we're just going to give it a minute to melt. Wait until the butter's melted, and then we'll take it out of the oven. We'll add the batter in. So the cool thing is that this it's going to rise pretty dramatically, and so especially if you have kids or something, it's fun to let them, don't open the oven, but let them look through the door and let them kind of see how it's rising. It's really cool the first time you see it. All right, so now we're going to add in the batter. Careful, the pan's hot. Just pour it right in. And then immediately put it back in the oven. Now it's here in the oven. I have a 18-minute timer set. So I find that between 15 and 18, depending on the temperature of the oven, is fine. I just set mine to 18. Now you can already see the edge start to rise. And the middle hasn't quite started yet, but you can see the edges are starting to come up on the sides of the pan. I just wanted to show you here. It's only been a couple minutes and you see how quickly, I mean, it's almost in real time coming up on the sides of the pan. It's almost to the, actually it is now, it's on the top of the pan. You can see it growing in real time. It's coming way up. And that's that rise that you get from, just from the eggs alone. There's no, rising agent in here at all. But you can see it's already past the edge of the pan there. And the inside will come up most of the time, usually a little bit later on. But just to show you what why this is such a special thing to make, because it's just so much different than anything we have. Our pancakes, our crepes, whatever, everything's kind of flat. This is just, it's really interesting. I don't really want to have the door open too long, but just show you with the door open. Now it's really puffy. Let me show you. The inside's puffing up, the outsides are nice and rounded. Here we are again. Focus. You can see now it's really, really starting to puff up. All right, let's take this thing out. And here we go. Is that cool or what? Look at that. That is something else. That's something different. You don't get that from pancakes, right? Now it does go down pretty quickly, but what I'm going to do is now I'm going to split it into half. And I'm going to make 2 ways to eat this. So, in order to this other pan, I just don't want to put a cold plate on a hot stove. So I'm going to take this side, put it on here, that'll be the sweet one. And then on this one, I'm going to make the ham and cheese. Just simple, no tricks here. Just take some ham that I roughly chop into pieces. I'll go ahead and put 2. Oven's still on, by the way. And then cheese. Could be any cheese, whatever cheese you want. This is just a mix. And then I'm going to pop this one back in the oven just for a minute. And then on this one, we're going to put some lemon juice. So we're just going to put some lemon juice and then some powdered sugar. That's that side. We're gonna have some powdered sugar on our ham and cheese at the bottom. It's fine. It's not gonna kill us. Well, the sugar might, but let's take that bad boy out of the oven. It's not totally melted, but that's all right. And there we go. We have a savory ham and cheese and a sweet lemon and sugar. And there we go. There's your sweet and savory ways to make a Dutch baby.